Hello lovelies, welcome to my channel Trinket Terrace. My name is Aarti, and to tell about myself, I like to make things with clay. But in this video we will be making a koi fish pond. As you can see, the base for the pond is made with aluminium foil. We need to roll the edges of the foil so that when we place the clay stones, it can stand perfectly in places. Once the base is done, we need to roll small pieces of clay into stones. So be sure to apply glue to all the necessary places so that the stones can stick together. I use air dry clay which I made on my own. I will upload another video on how to make the clay. To be honest, this clay is really soft than any other clay I have bought in the past. I have had many DMs on my Instagram page saying their clay is so hard and breaks off every time, or there seems to be a crack on their charms. This is because the portion or quantity of the ingredients like cornstarch, glue, etc. is not added correctly. But we will discuss this later, I promise. So now back to our koi pond. To create a shape of stone is so easy because there is no exact shape. Yes, you heard me right. If you have ever visited a pond or river or waterfalls, you will understand it because all the sizes of the stones are different. So there's no need to make a big deal of it, and we can literally do whatever shapes we want for the stones. I personally started to make this because I'm not allowed to have any pets in my home. Then eventually I started accepting the fact and I was like, okay, then let me just make one for my own. But still, it really doesn't equal the feeling of having a real pet. As for the pond, even though we can make all types of shapes for the rock, be sure to create small ones as well, to be realistic. This is me creating small stones. The video is so long, so let me just fasten it. Be sure to cover all the tiny holes because when we pour the resin, it might slip out sometimes. I advise on creating a separate layer below so we can be 100% sure it won't spill. So finally it is done, and this is how it will look in close up. Once the clay is dried, we need to remove the foil paper and let the downside of the pond to dry as well. Now as for the decorations, I am planning on having a lotus and the leaves. This is me creating the leaves. Wait, is this called as leaves? I don't know how this is called. The circle one above the water. I don't know if it has any other names. Anyways, I used a pen cap to create a round shape, and now I'm cutting it in the middle, to create the leaves shape. Once it is done, make sure you smooth out the edges as well. In total, I have created around 4 to 5 of them. And as for the flower, make sure it is so tiny. Actually, this was the hardest part. The clay petals kept sticking to my finger. This thing took longer than expected, but however, it turned out pretty well actually. I think for now you can see the resemblance of our lotus. Please say yes. The next is my favorite part. We will be making our fish. It was so easy to make. Like, all you need was a body, a tiny little body, a tail, and a 2 gills. That was really easy to make actually. It also turned out pretty well than I imagined. Like, it really did look like a fish. In total, I made around 5 small fishes, and the next part is our painting, like the crucial part. I was literally battling with my brain for God knows how long because I was not able to select a color for the stones. I kept asking myself whether I should make all the stones look differently, but however, I was so sure of the big rocks. I wanted it to be grey and a light shade of black, and it turned out really cool as well. this will be the funniest part of the video. You can literally see me add all the possible colors. I went in for a rainbow, like there was there was a brown, yellow, blue. I don't know what I did, but I wasn't satisfied with the result, and after so long I finally got what I wanted, the perfect shade. Now for the fish, I used orange and black because most of the koi fish are that color. I also used a plain yellow for one fish and added some lavender to another one. This is how it looked in the end. All my cute little 5 fishes. As for the water, I am using a UV resin hard. We need to add a slight paint of green with the resin to give a realistic touch. To be honest, this is the part I hated the most. Like, it turned out pretty well in the end, but still, I hated it. I'm sorry, but I really hated it though. It gave me a hard time because I didn't have a big UV light thing, and I kept on going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It literally just goes like the meme, one eternity later. And ta-da! My pond is ready. The koi fish pond is finally ready. See, as I told before, it turned out pretty well actually. More than pretty well. Anyways, I enjoyed the whole process. Hope you liked the result as well. Here is a close-up for you guys. So this will be the end of our video. Thank you everyone for watching it. Please do leave a like and make sure to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.